Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Susan Kramer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Woodbury, Minnesota. And let me find myself there. It says I'm live. Looks good. A little wrinkly here, but you get the idea. It's just to keep the my ring light from reflecting on my glass mat. Are you enjoying the Olympics? Do you remember this? I made this last year, or no, 2 years ago for the spring. Very fun use of our products, right? I don't know. I think they're all retired. You could use circle punches to do your rings. But anyway, I think the alphabet's still current. Anyway, USA. Lots of fun. Hello, Kathy. Thank you for joining from Southwest Missouri. So having grown up in Michigan, and I've now lived in Minnesota longer than I lived in Michigan, actually, I'm a big hockey fan. So it's been fun watching the men and the women at the Olympics. So I'll be home watching the women play for gold. All right, on Thursday. And the men next week. Well, they're still in a tournament. Anyway, enough babbling about the Olympics. Hope you're enjoying that. I am consistently North Star Stamper across the internet. Hopefully you found me where you are. And if not, go look for me. All my videos are put on YouTube. So Facebook does delete live videos after 30 days. I'll get to that next. After this. But all of my videos are on YouTube, and it's much easier to search for things on YouTube. Oh, Kathy remembers when I made that sign, and it's still hanging in my room. Okay, so we are offering free shipping on, the 18th, 19th, and 20th. So is that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? Whatever, I'm pretty sure, because my brother's birthday is the 19th. Hi, Mom and Dad, thanks for joining me. Or us, I should say. So during free shipping, if you purchase, even if you don't get the free shipping, if you purchase from me during those 3 days, I'm going to send you a card kit. And so what I've been doing is buying kits from the kits collection and then packaging parts of them up into a card kit, and then I send them as a thank you to my customers. So you'll get a choice. This is the Birthday Fancy Kit. Very fun pastel colors, great for anniversary or birthday, obviously, because they're birthday cakes. The colors here, in case you're wondering, are Darling Duckling, Fresh Freesia, Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink, Strawberry Slush, and Gold. And so I'll send you a kit so you can make one of the cards. Very fun. So that's one option, and you'll get a choice. So reach out to me. If you order, reach out to me and tell me which kit you want a card from. This is brand new. This is a February kit. Or was it January? I've lost track already. Happy Happenings kit, and they're oval cards. The first one and this one are stamping kits. I can't send you stamped images. You're going to have to use your own stamps and ink. Look how big this oval is. This is the one here for the baby. And coordinating envelopes, of course. Even this stamp set's very nice. Thank you for all you do. Thank you from all of us. Welcome, baby, from all of us. And the sweet little one, congratulations. Very nice stamp set. These are the stamps. These are the cards. So you'll get one of those if you order. Or maybe you want to try a non-stamping kit. This is the Lots of Love kit. And I just opened it. Oh, I didn't tell you the colors on this one. Happy Happenings are, I'll open this so you can see them. They're going to be upside down. Cloud Cover, Daffodil Delight, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Petal Pink, and Timid Tiger. And the ink spot in this one was Mossy Meadow. So maybe you're looking for some things to add to your order. These are so lovely. I can't wait to make these. I just opened it 10 minutes ago. The last one is a non-stamping kit, so maybe you're tired of stamping and you want pre-printed sentiments. This is the Lots to Love. Look at those bright colors. And the colors here are Basic Beige, Darling Duckling, Fresh Freesia, Pretty Peacock, Strawberry Slush, and Timid Tiger. And the things come pre-printed, and you just put it together. It even comes with adhesive, and when I send kits to people, I do include adhesive. So very fun, a little bit of texture. Can you see the texture around that? I think that's just an added element to the top. So there's some details there. So very nice. Very nice. And of course, if you don't like the sentiments I send you, you can just use some scraps of white and stamp your own sentiments too. So that's going to be my thank you for ordering during free shipping days. Okay, I received some cards recently, and I wanted to share those with you. This was a card from Lori. She sent me a winter cheer, and it's a fun fold, a double Z fold. Your friendship warms my heart. She didn't sign it. Oh, I'm sorry, she did. Lori, I just saw this now. Oh, this was a thank you card from her. I thought you didn't sign it so that I could resend it, but your name was on the, or address was on the envelope. So thank you, Lori. And then I got a Valentine's Day from Melissa. Can you see the texture? This is embossed with hearts. Happy Valentine's Day. Look at these cute little elements. Very cute. And then the last one is from Kristen, my team leader. And I believe this was a pack of 6x6 designer series paper. I didn't recognize it at first, and I think this was a pre-printed element. So if you're looking for Valentine stuff for next year, or you could use it for anniversaries and whatnot, or wedding, whatever. So you could put something over the top of the Valentine's Day and use it for a different reason. So those are recent cards. All right. So today I am talking, look at that paper. Oh, I just love this paper. This is the February product of the month, which again, if you order $75 during free shipping, you can get this for $5, assuming it's still available. So it's while products last. This is February. January was a stamp set, and I forgot to grab that off my rack. And December is actually still available, and that was two-tone blue. Balmy Blue and Night of Navy designer series paper. I meant to grab that too. But so with your $75 order, you'll get to choose which one of those you want. So we're going to talk about this today, and I'm going to make 2 cards. So I'm going to talk fast so we can get through both of them. This is Painted Illusions. Here, I'll fan it out. So that's front and back. It is 12 by 12, and you get 3 each of 4 double-sided designs. Normally it's 6 designs and you get 2. But this is 4 designs and you get 3. So still 12 pieces. So that's the front and back, the front and back. And this one, it's kind of interesting, the colors in there. But I wanted you to see the back side. And so it does, if you just like Pool Party or the, put that Pool Party, Petal Pink, Flirty Flamingo, and, good grief. Yeah, Pretty Peacock. So there's 2. And here's 3. Look at those lines. It's almost like flowers, but a nice background for a card. And then this one we're actually going to use on a card, but I'm using this side, surprisingly. So very pretty. See, this was how they went together, like that. So those are your 4 designs. This is Painted Illusions. So the colors here are Darling Duckling, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Petal Pink, and Pretty Peacock. So very nice assortment of colors. Very nice. I'm having fun with it. Have I made anything with it yet? I have not. But I have a card prepped and ready to go that I think I saw on Pinterest. So I like I said, I'm going to do 2 cards. So we're focusing on that. We're going to use that for both of our cards. The other thing I wanted to share was the Springtime Scenes. Now this is a product that's going to be part of the March online exclusives. So I did some die cutting. This I actually borrowed from Kristen, my team leader. We like to share things with each other when the other person hasn't purchased something. Things come and go so quickly that we both try to feature current products. So this is the Springtime Scenes, and I did all the die cutting, and look at those. Look how detailed that is. And the back side. So I have some of these cut for our card. That's what these are. And then the stamps. Very nice. Look how big this leaf is with the ladybug. So you can either stamp and die cut So that's just, I stamped and die cut it on red. Or there are two dies. Let's see if I can find them on here. This die and this die. So I did this one in black and this one in red. And let me grab this. And this is what you get. So you don't have to stamp, or you can. So very fun. And there's some dies that cut out some of the stamped images. I love this leaf. So when it becomes available to everybody, go check out, there's a sample where they made like a banner, like it's a yard with lots of grass, and they have all the leaves and the bugs, and oh, it was very fun. So if you're a demonstrator, you can go see that today. So we're going to use this. Trying to decide which one to do first. I'm nervous about this one because I have not completely planned it. It's only in my head. So I'm going to set this aside and work with another piece of paper. So I saw a sample with this, and they cut along one of the white edges, and I thought that was kind of fascinating. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to cut this. Again, it's 12 by 12. I'm going to cut it to 4. I have to think a little bit. And 5 1/4. Is that what I want? I have more paper. I can always go trim it differently if it's not what I want. Here's my card. I have a pretty peacock and a white for my inside. Let me think. What do I want to do? I'll show you what I have. So I die cut this piece. Where'd those dies go? I die cut this piece out of Pretty Peacock, and then I die cut this big one, this plain one, die cuts just the rim, the ring, I should say. Oh, there you go, for the Olympics, right? The ring and the inner circle. I think because if we want to create a window in our card, let's just pretend we want to create a window in our card, and then put this on top of it, so you just see the leaf. I think the ring would help hide the circle, I think. I don't know. I just had that idea. So I'll have to play with that, and you'll have to watch to see if I have time to make that before I return this to Kristen. All right, so we're just going to fold this in half to start. I might make a Z fold. I haven't decided. Or I could cut this off and adhere this to the flap that remains, and then you'd see the inside. Do we like that? No, that doesn't really go with it. I think we can cut it. This looks like a leaf to me. It's so pretty. So I thought about maybe doing what I saw in that sample. It was a card for like Father's Day. They use the tools that's still available. So I thought about cutting here like they did, and then putting my circle. For some reason it's not, I don't know if it's supposed to cut right there. Anyway, and then I thought about putting this behind it so you would see it, and then I thought it would stamp on here. I do have all the colors. Oh, I meant to grab another stamp set. Oh, celebrate new beginnings. Oh, you brighten my day. That's nice. What other stamps? I do have other stamps here. We're going to use the Forever Florals also. This was a January online exclusive. Those are dies. And the Retreat stamp set. Congrats is nice. So maybe we'll do that. So what I'm thinking, I'm going to cut along here and then layer these, and then stamp congrats on my circle, and then I have a ladybug to add to it. What do you think? I think that's going to be good. All right, so let's start by cutting. So I said this was not my idea, but I liked it. So I'm just cutting along the white there. So this is kind of like they've done the embossed resist and colored it. I'm wondering if that's how they created this paper. Kathy's a demonstrator. Do you know, Kathy? Have you heard how they created this designer series paper? So this I'm going to save, and I can use on another card. like that. Or something. I don't know. We'll just put that to the side. But I'm going to go like this. And then I'm going to put this here. Let's start with our ladybug. Hi, Alma. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for saying hello so I know you're here. There are 6 people watching me, so I'm one of them. I do have myself on the computer so I can see your comments. So don't be shy. Say hello. Or maybe you're busy with family and you're just watching. I think you can put closed captions on a live video. I know you can on a recording. So I'm adding just a little bit of glue. Being very patient to that. And then we're going to put the dots on our ladybug. And it does fit just like so. I had trouble when I made my cheat sheet for it. There we go. And then this is going to go here. But I want to stamp on it first. And I think we'll use, excuse my reach, Pretty Peacock. Just it'll tie everything together. Or red. Nah, Pretty Peacock. And we're going to use the congrats from here. And so congrats could be on anything, right? New job, new house, new car, whatever. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm getting messy here, aren't I? Let's clean up a little bit. Clean up, clean up. There we go. Throw those up there. All right, pick this up. Ink, 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 ink. And stamp. Oh, very nice. I've been having really good luck with stamping lately. I don't know if it's my glass mat or what I tend to do is re-ink my ink pads quite often. It seems like once one goes dry, 5 of them will be dry. Oh, I got a little wet. We're going to flip that over. I think this can go on here. No, it's not going to be perfect. I think that white... Oh, close this before I make a mess. I think this white one is the same size as that. Yes. So like I said, if you do a window, you can put this on the back side or the front side, depending on how you do it. And this is... Oh, there's adhesive on there. I didn't know that. All right, let's put this down. Something else I would probably do if I kind of weren't in a hurry is emboss. Put another layer on my card and emboss it. This is a standalone bundle that I'm working with. The Springtime Scenes is a standalone bundle, but I thought it looked really good with our Painted Illusions. This is extra, so that'll be kind of fun to play with. All right, put this here, and we're going to put this on top of it. This does have adhesive also. And then our ladybug. Isn't that cute? I have some ribbon and whatever, but... So this has adhesive on it, because it was kind of a lot. Kind of tricky to get adhesive on that narrow ring. I did okay with it, but... Oops. We're going to put this off to the side. I don't care for that so much. And then when I pull the adhesive off of this, all those little pieces inside, you can see there's green left from when I made the cheat sheet. All those pieces should come right out. So you don't have to worry about it. So when I ran these through, I did run it back and forth a few times in my machine, because I wanted to make sure it... See, look at all those pieces. I didn't have to poke them out. They came out with the adhesive sheet. But not all of them. There are a few. You can see right here, this leaf. So what I do is I put my finger on there, and they usually come up right onto my finger. Usually. Not always. I'm tearing it. But you get the idea? Okay. Have you discovered adhesive sheets? Oh, make things so easy. So easy. Not sure why that is. Maybe it's where you're supposed to put them together. I don't know. So we're going to put this like this. I'm wishing I had done a different color, but that's all right. That's all right. Oh, excuse me. A granny apple green layer behind this piece would have been really pretty, but I didn't plan ahead. So my congrats is a little crooked too, so that's okay. It's all good, right? I usually don't like that saying, but that's right. It'll be good for this card. A cute little ladybug. Let's put her here. And then I grabbed some embellishments. These are the frosted iridescent dots, and I'm sorry, I don't know if they're still current, but we have balmy blue, berry burst, clear, and gorgeous grape. But the clear ones might be nice. Or rhinestones. Let's use the clear ones. And I apologize if these aren't current and you want some. Oh, they're gonna look like dewdrops. Cute. Very cute. So 3 in a triangle, but not an equilateral triangle. I've heard somebody with a graphic background says your eye wants to rest somewhere or something. I don't know. So triangle, but not an equilateral triangle. So this one shouldn't go here. And this can go on the inside. With just a little bit of... Kathy says, the ladybug makes the card. Kathy, I thought so too. I thought that was so cute and easy. You saw that I didn't have to put any adhesive sheet on that. Oh, this piece is too big. I'm covering up the entire inside. I thought I measured it. Oh well, that's okay. It works. So yeah, I have a little bit of white on the outside, but that's okay with me. I thought what I might do is create another ladybug for the inside. But I'm not going to take the time to do that. So it's just die cut black, die cut red, and adhere them together for the inside. And then I think I will stamp. Let's see if I have this handy. I will. Oh, cute. We'll be quick. I'll be quick. We're going to stamp some granny apple green grass. I'm going to turn my paper over because you can see that I've already stamped on this side. Granny apple green. Make sure this is the bottom of my envelope. You know what? Let's stamp on the inside of the card. If I'm going to put a ladybug inside, I think it needs to be crawling in some grass. Besides, stamping is my favorite part. So ladybug right there is going to be so cute. That's that. And then I don't have black or dark blue or anything. We'll just do Misty Moonlight. I think that's going to be enough on there. So I was going to stamp a ladybug. Oh boy. Oh, over here. So stay with me. I have another card already prepped and ready to go, so it'll be quicker. So I don't have dark. We're going to do Misty Moonlight on our envelope. Put those back. This is just the envelope. If it were, you know what, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to grab my red ink real quick. Luckily, it wasn't too far away. Clean up, right? Used to sing that song with the kids to help them have some fun while we cleaned up their toys. So I'm just going to add a little bit of red. You see? Yep. Okay. To our ladybug. Just... There we go. Get the idea. Good enough. And I'm using my chamois to clean the tip of my brush. Get most of that right out. All right. So that's card number 1. Card number 1 with the Painted Illusions Designer Series paper and the Springtime Scenes stamp set. They go really well together. All right. Oh, let me put this away. I really like the big leaf. This big leaf. Wouldn't that be cute to put the ladybug, stamp and die cut a bunch of these leaves and put some ladybugs on it? That would be really cute. So I should write down all these ideas and create them before I return it to Kristen. All right, so there's one. My next one, we are going to use the card making retreat kit, or stamp set, and the Forever Florals dies. We're going to use this big die, and I already have it cut. And I'm going to use the Celebrate from Beautiful Motifs. So the card I saw was this. It was Fleur de Flamingo. Let's turn this back over so it's more white. And they noticed that this paper, the flowers on this paper, kind of, sort of look like the flowers on this die. And I agreed with them. I thought that was very observant of them. So what they did was they layered this onto the card. Quick and easy. So my my quick and easy way of doing these dies, let me grab the die. So I take a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, or probably 4 by 5 1/4 paper, and then I take a piece of parchment paper that I got from the Dollar Tree. Mine was only $1.25 or $1.50, I can't remember. So the cardstock, parchment paper, die, and I lined it up just so, looking at the border, and I ran it through my machine. Now, because I have a manual machine, I can tell when it gets easier and easier to crank my machine. So I run it back and forth till it isn't getting easier. So probably 3 or 4 times. And then before I take everything out, I take my sandwich out of my machine and I flip this over and I look at the back to make sure everything has been die cut clearly. And it comes out, I think I had, just a few places that I had to clean out. So that's how I work with, people call these cover plates. So, all right. That was that. Let me clean up here a little bit. Kathy said it would be cute to use the Ladybug embossing folder for a 4 1/2, 5 1/2, 4 1/4, 5 1/2 sheet of white glued on the flap on the inside of the card. I do have that embossing folder, and oops. So we have a new embossing folder coming available. Let's see if I have it here. It's part of the, Kathy, help me. Is it part of the March online exclusives? I think it is. It's part of the sweet, oh boy, sweet. Let me grab it. I'll show you what she's talking about. I actually bought most of the suite. I don't think I bought everything. I'm going to use it to make gifts, maybe my swap cards for on stage in Long Beach in March. So this is a preview for a March online exclusive. So this stamp is huge. Huge. Look at this. Very fun. I'll use this another day. But she was talking about this folder. And let's see if you can see it. Can you see that? There's little ladybugs on there. A little bit ladybugs and flowers. I'm going to let my video catch up. I think you can see it. Oh, yes, you can. Isn't that cute? Kathy, I think you're right. have you used your folder again? I didn't. It's a 3D folder, so it makes these ladybugs, or I think I will just call them ladybugs. Very very deep etched. I don't know what word you want, but yes, Kathy, that would be cute to use this with that, in conjunction with that. So anyway, I got distracted. Okay, let's see. We're gonna do this, and then the sample I saw, and I'll have to share her name. She had stamped on some of these leaves, which was why I originally grabbed my retreat stamp set. And this is something we did on the retreat too. We stamped, excuse my reach, I'm just going to use Granny Apple Green because it was in the paper, but I am going to stamp off. I think this Granny Apple Green is going to be way too dark. Way too dark. Let's grab a little one. I've used this stamp set a lot beyond the retreat. It was very fun. I learned so much, so much. So let's try. Let's stamp a few times. 1, 2, 3. I do like 2. So 1 is full strength, and then you can get different degrees of green. Isn't that cute? So you just stamp right on your die cut. So at my team meeting this week, so this is kind of a preview for Kathy because she's on my team, I'm going to share some other ideas that they had with this base plate, or cover plate. I think that's what I always forget. I think they call it cover plate. So I never would have thought to stamp on a detailed die cut like this. Let's put one here. Stamp off. I almost forgot. Maybe a couple more down here, and then I'll be done. Stamp. Stamp off. There we go. Oh, I don't think I have embellishments for this one either. All right, let me clean up. That's getting messy, messy, messy. Now, I don't like messy. I find it distracting when I watch videos. I don't watch all that many videos, but there we go. All right, and then I have stamped that Celebrate from Beautiful Motifs, this one. And I'm sorry, but I am using a retired punch. I try not to show retired products, but you may have this one too. It was an oval punch, and so I had a smaller oval. This is a medium, and then I have a larger one that has a scallop. Do you have that in your stash? You might. The smaller one was too small for my Celebrate. And I did not want to cover up this beautiful business on the front. So we're going to do that. Oh, that's why I had this. And then I have the Sign Design Punch, which sadly is retiring. It's only been out since, well, maybe September. Maybe it was a September online exclusive. So it's just a nice, it's like a sign in front of a building. Hold on, there we go. This is for the inside of my card. And then the die set that comes with the Forever Florals. I'll pull that back out. So this is the one we did in white. I thought this was too big, so I die cut a bunch of these in the Fleur de Flamingo that coordinates with the paper. I could have done some of these too. That'd be pretty. I thought these labels were too big and they were going to cover up too much of my card. So that's something I did differently. And then I'm just going to put this on here, just so you can see it. and then sprinkle these around. So it won't take long. And then this will go on the inside, which I have to decide what I'm going to do. I might just leave it blank because Celebrate could be used for anything. Again, it could be birthday, anniversary. I tend to use more leaves for anniversary. I'm kind of surprised I'm covering this side up. But look at this. It's so pretty. Hold one side and burnish the other so it doesn't move, because that white glue will move. And then I'm just going to put that right on top. All right, this does not have, let's turn this back over. Does not have an adhesive sheet. So I'm going to use my silicone mat and the back side here. Now the problem with this, see these leaves? I'm going to wait till this catches up. There's a little line just for some interest, and that's cut. That's cut all the way through. If I put adhesive on those leaves, it's going to seep through that cut. So I'm going to put it, let's see if it'll come out. It's a fairly new bottle. So I'm just going to put oh, that's a lot. Spread it out a little. A thin bead. I heard somebody say one time, if you can see the glue, you have enough. I can see that. This is really narrow, so I think I'm just going to put some on some of these flowers right here near the edge. And then I'm going to put some dots. I see I didn't get all the dots out of there. Adhesive sheet would have been a good idea, but I think this will work. All right. I think this was exactly the same size as my pattern paper, so I can start in my corner, and being liquid glue, I can move it to just fit. And then we'll be gentle, and then turn it over and we can burnish it. I might get a little adhesive coming out. I didn't. Oh, look at that. I am very pleased. I wish I knew who had created that on YouTube, on Pinterest. So there's our layer with that on the front. Let's grab, I had some white twine. Do we want twine? No, I think I'm just going to put some rhinestones just to gussy it up a little bit. So some fun tips that I learned from the retreat coming into play. And then, oops. Some mini ones on here. Oh, sorry. I wasn't reading comments. Kathy says, I haven't used it for a card yet, but I think the color of cardstock matters. Oh, you're talking about, I know you had issues with the ladybugs. I think that's what you were talking about. And Alma says, I have very pretty cards. Thank you, Alma. I was very pleased with them. So here's what I've been doing with these very small pieces. Rather than trying to hold them, I use my reverse tweezers. And then I can just dab a little bit of glue. Oops, there goes my lid. That's right, I'm almost done anyway. And I'm just going to lay them over top. Too much. Dab, dab, dab. And again, I thought I did 5. I only see 4. But I don't think I want to do here, because then they're in that isosceles triangle that some designer said not to do. So I'm going to put this one a little higher. There. And then, I don't know where my lid went. Some of these. So there are 2 cards. How are we doing on time? Oh, it's a little late. Not too bad, considering. So remember, if you order, I will be reaching out to you, unless you have a do not contact. I have a couple customers that in their profile say do not contact. So I think one time I sent one of them a card and I said, you said do not contact, but I didn't know if that was a mistake and I never heard back. So I think she really did not want to hear from me. So if you say do not contact, I won't, but otherwise I'll send you a thank you card kit from one of those 3 kits. And I'll list them in the video description. So this is going to go on the inside of our card. I always like to make sure, which I forgot to do in my first card, didn't I? Let's see. This was an extra one. Let's put this on the inside. And I can always stamp some of these. Let's just put it up here. Because the stamp set, this was stamped and die cut. So maybe I'll stamp some of those on my envelope, but not right now. Let me look for my, there it is, hold on. I don't want my glue to dry out. So look at my pretty card. So it's kind of fun that somebody else noticed that those kind of coordinate. Looks like they go together. I thought it went really well. All right, so there's that card. And Ladybug. Thank you for joining me today. Happy stamping. The Flirty Flamingo is perfect for this intricate die. I thought that was, yeah. Very good. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate all of you. And, I don't know, till next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.